to more breaking news that could affect tens of thousands of families in Chicago public schools.
A source tells us that the Chicago Teachers Union House of Delegates will meet early next week to talk about taking a strike vote. They're demanding remote learning for Chicago public schools.
Let's go to CBS 2's Chris Tye breaking down what this all means. Chris.
Brad, Erica, let's kind of break this into three chunks. Initially, CPS, the Chicago Public Schools, announcing they are going to look at remote learning combined with potential in-person learning. Part two was the union, the CTU, saying, why is in-person learning even on the table? And part three was late today, word leaking out that there could be some movement next week, which would give way to a potential teacher strike over this idea of in-person learning. Now, that all presupposes that the Chicago public schools don't do something between now and then, potentially taking in-person learning off the table in its entirety. That could happen. We're watching for it. Let's lay out how things stand here at 6 o'clock on this Tuesday right now for parents in CPS. Parents have until August 7th to let CPS know whether they want their children to participate in a hybrid version of learning or all remote learning. Parents and students can opt out of in-person classes at any time, but you have to commit for the quarter. It's in-person learning 2 days a week for kindergarten through 10th graders. Students are grouped in pods that would stay together. The rest of the learning would be remote. Juniors and seniors, by the way, in high school, almost all remote, but that could change given the feedback they see as the school year progresses. Now let's go way back in time. Last year, the strike, which we talked about all the time, it lasted for about 2 weeks. As you'll recall, it focused on teacher pay and class size. This time, of course, it's about teacher and student safety. Here is how this would work. Next week, the union's House of Delegates would meet to determine if this should move forward. If the House of Delegates says, yes, let's move it forward, they would proceed to an anonymous ballot vote by all members. 75% of that membership would then need to approve it to make that strike happen. Now, Erica, there's a couple of big things here. School starts in about a month's time. These votes would have to be done anonymously, so the CTU would need to both print, mail, and then get their members to vote and return it back, all in a short amount of time.
And Chris, you were talking about the possibility that they could go to complete remote learning. We're hearing some breaking developments on that. Are you hearing about that as well?
Yes, we are just learning literally between the time you came to me 90 seconds ago and now we have learned that, this afternoon we got word that CTU was threatening a strike. And lo and behold, 2 hours later, the Chicago Public Schools announcing that they are taking in-person learning off of the table and it will be all remote learning, at least for the first chunk of this school year. The question, Erica, is did CPS sort of blink? Given the union maneuvering today, CTU knows how to get attention, knows how to apply pressure. Did they force the hand of CPS, or was this something that was going to be decided on anyway, given sort of the talks they had had with parents? All of that news coming out here in just the last 90 seconds. Yeah. We're just processing through it, and we'll have much more up on our website as well.
We certainly will. So, Chris, we're talking Chicago here. Let's head to the suburbs now. Outside of Chicago, teachers around the state dealing with the same problem. What sense are you getting that the potential for a strike to gain some leverage could be an issue out there as well?
Well, as always, a lot of districts around Illinois look to the Chicago public schools, so perhaps what we just saw happen in the last couple of minutes might be duplicated elsewhere, where other districts say, hey, Chicago's not going to do in person. They're going to go all remote. Maybe us in Joliet and us in Kankakee and us in Champaign should all follow. But what I can tell you is my reporting is indicating that the Illinois Education Association has assembled a group of pediatricians to analyze different districts around the state to look at their plans, determine whether or not this is going to put the health of teachers and students in jeopardy, and then use those medical experts as sort of ammunition to fight back. And yes, strikes are very much on the table for those smaller districts, so it's something to watch. This is not just a Chicago thing, of course. It's the suburb, it's the rural part of Illinois, and we're going to continue to see how all of this plays out in the next week and next few weeks, which are crucial between now and the time school starts.
All right, Chris Tye with those breaking developments. We're just learning about CPS. Thank you.